We're going to start with the 1 minute of silence. I have 2 fingers, but they're both ones. Timer. Alright. Starting now. Alright, so as I was journaling today, I said I want to put an end to my needing to judge and hold on to negativity when the moment I see it or like make a response towards it. I wanted to stop judging some people who I think are either going about something in a way I don't like, or I wouldn't do it that way, and I just judge it, I make a face, I throw it in my head. It's crazy, I even respond to them mentally, like what I would say in that moment, even though I don't say it, like da-da-da-da, but it's in my head. I want to stop doing that. And I gave myself props for writing it and letting it go versus holding on to it and thinking about it more and more and more. So what came out of that was, what am I going to do to fill that void? If I'm not talking or judging, what am I going to do at that time? And that wasn't the exact thought, but that's a thought now. I think it was silence those impulses, and what came from that was I want to set aside time, or throughout my day, being more intentional with the things I want to say versus saying the things that don't serve me and I don't need to say. So I want more silence. The answer that came back to me was like, say nothing, right? I was like, well, I can't do that. My mind was like, can't do it. I have to talk. I have to hold on to these things. And so what I'm going to do for myself now, and moving forward, is every day I'm going to spend time. I don't know exactly how much time. Maybe at first just 5 or 10 minutes of silence, and then also I'm going to write down the points in my day that are most loudest, because we're surrounded by noise and stimulation all day. And so I think part of the journey of living or being creative is being able to have a balance between sound, no sound, what's the word that I just used? Stimulating, and when you turn the stimulus off. So I'm going to write down all the things that are the loudest parts of my day, where I feel there's the most sound, and going to introduce into my daily practice during those times to make an effort to make those times either less loud, or maybe have a pair of like earbuds with me to dampen the sound a bit. and throughout the day, having moments of silence for myself. So I think it's important. The reason why I'm talking about this today is also the moment I thought about silence, it was scary. And I think if you're like trying to find your voice, if you're trying to do something, most of the time we, instead of figuring out what that thing is, we turn to more distractions and noise. So like putting on music, putting on your favorite movie, your favorite music, going to a maybe a bar, going to places instead of either staying where you are and turning off everything. And that doesn't mean you need to turn off yourself. It just means turn off the things that are happening or external sources to see what internally is what you want. And also, someone said, only speak when the words are more beautiful than the silence. And that really hit me, and I wanted to share that. So I would like to I'm going to write my journal, and I'm going to make an intention to speak when I feel what I'm going to say is going to contribute more than silence has to offer. And I offer this to you. Journal in your day to see where in your day is the loudest. See where maybe you're feeling the most stress or tension, and try in those moments to lessen those by either not talking or turning off external noise factors, and start intentionally throughout your day making time for silence. The last thing I wanted to say was the one thing that I really thought about, that when I was thinking about silence, was Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers had an episode where he said a child sent him a letter that said, "How long is a minute?" And so what Mr. Rogers did on his show, didn't have any background music, didn't have any external noise factors, it was just him speaking. And if he wasn't, maybe the train was going by or that thing, or another character. But most of the time it was just voices or nothing. And what he did was he put a clock facing the screen that had a timer, and he clicked it and literally sat in silence for that whole minute. Now, to do that on a TV show is like astounding. I'm sure, and back in the day, there were Transformers, lots of cartoons. You see, I've done my research, but I know there was just so much like bomb, machine guns, swords, hiya, kinds of all these like really crazy effects that were very loud, and like that's what people were ingesting all the time. For him to sit there in total silence and feel a minute of silence, oof. So an exercise I have for you, and what I'm going to be doing as well, besides the things I just said, are start with a minute of reading, 2 minutes of writing, and 3 minutes of meditation. So it's the 1, 2, 3. As easy as ABC, some people say. I don't know if people say that, but if they do, those are the people I'm referring to. Yeah. And then work up to, for yourself, 1 hour reading, 2 hours of writing, 3 hours of meditating. Now, if that sounds scary and uncomfortable to you, well, my thoughts on that are that's something you should be striving for. because that means throughout your day you're overstimulated and you have things constantly on you or with you that are external noises. And silence has a lot of medical benefits. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to speak about them as if I know them, but I know they do. Do your research on that and see what it actually can do for you besides integrating it into your everyday, because we do talk so much and we do need to say things and we do surround ourselves with noise, that perhaps taking those things off will for sure bring us closer to ourselves, and we can start listening to what the body wants, because it's being drowned out by a lot of factors. I definitely think I went on a tangent, but it's okay. And I'm going to end with a minute of silence. And before I do that, if you have any art, prompts, creative activities, exercises, things you'd like me to try, please send them my way. If you have any feedback or observations that you have had and want to tell me about them, I'd love that. And if you'd like to join me, send me a message. It'd be fun. I'm going to start my minute of quiet. Starting now. Yeah. So, have a good day.